Welcome to the LA Galaxy Countdown to First Kick. The LA Galaxy is presented by Herbalife, nutrition for a better life. And by Wingstop, the flavor of the LA Galaxy. Order now at wingstop.com.
The race for the MLS Cup playoffs continues from Carson, California, as the LA Galaxy gets set for the visit of Western Conference rivals, the Colorado Rapids. Hey there, listener. Great to have you along once again right here on Galaxy Radio. I'm Christian Miles, and my, oh my, do we have a big one here out west. Quote, our season is on the line, unquote. Those were the words of Irish defender, LA Galaxy man Derek Williams following what was a comprehensive and very disappointing 3-0 loss to Vancouver on Wednesday night up in British Columbia, and that has left the Galaxy on a 4-match winless run all the way down to the 8th position in the Western Conference. And with 4 games to go, as of the live standings right now as we speak, this is a Galaxy team 4 points off the place of the playoffs, so desperately in need of points as well as a good performance tonight. But the Galaxy have questions about their mentality. Of course, they controlled much of the first half against a Vancouver team, had 70% possession, but were pretty toothless going forward. And a second half collapse saw the Whitecaps take the victory as the Galaxy only mustered up 2 shots on target. Greg Vanney went on to say, it comes down to execution. We move ourselves into good spots, but we don't get it across the line. It's a mentality that we have to turn draws into win. It is time for us to press forward on that, turn possession into attacks into goal, and flat out just put teams away. That is the order of the day. It's going to be much easier said than done because the Galaxy have really been cursed by this Colorado team. In fact, the Galaxy haven't beaten Colorado going all the way back to September of 2017, losing 6 and drawing their last 8 encounters against their Western Conference nemesis. So they're hoping something will change tonight. All right, we're just scratching the surface. When we return, we'll dive a little deeper, plus we'll take a look at the opposition and how things have kind of up and down for Colorado. It's the Rapids away to the Galaxy tonight, right here on Galaxy Radio.
Dignity Health is the official healthcare partner of the LA Galaxy, including Glendale Memorial, St. Mary in Long Beach, Northridge Hospital, California Hospital in downtown LA, St. Bernardine and Community Hospital of San Bernardino. Across Dignity Health hospitals and care sites, the well-being of patients is always the priority. To learn about emergency services, healthcare, and healthy joints, you can visit dignityhealth.org/SoCal. Dignity Health. Hello, human kindness.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum Mobile. You could save hundreds of dollars on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save by switching. Visit spectrummobile.com/save. Spectrum Internet required. Savings may vary. Restrictions apply. Visit spectrummobile.com/save for details.
In 1925, Modelo began brewing beer for those who believe in better. A model beer, steeped in the tradition of tireless effort. A rich Pilsner-style lager for those who wear their heart and heritage on their rolled-up sleeve. Since our first batch 94 years ago, to every bottle raised today, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of. Modelo Especial, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel has another reason for you to come in today. For a limited time only, Yamava is giving all new and inactive members a buy one, get one free buffet. Plus, new members can win up to $1,000 in free play for signing up a Club Serrano membership. You'll earn rewards from playing any of the 6,800 slots or table games. Experience SoCal's best buffet and resort. Yamava is your home to big wins and even bigger prizes. Go for a BOGO today. Details at yamava.com/new member. Must be 21. Please gamble responsibly.
And welcome back. We are about 14 minutes away from kickoff. Here's the LA Galaxy getting set for match day 31 at home to the Western Conference rivals, the Colorado Rapids, in the second of two meetings between these two this season. The Galaxy looking to even the score after a disappointing loss on July 16th, losing out by 2-0. And that was, of course, Colorado's 33rd win in the previous 90 encounters between these two, going all the way back to 1996. Diego Rubio and Gyasi Zardes coming back to bite the hand that used to feed him, doing the damage on that night. Match that had a little bit of controversy, but certainly the Galaxy struggling to cope with that front line that has been so mobile and so difficult to deal with. But this Colorado team find themselves in the 10th position on 39 points, and as a result of a change at our commercial break, Real Salt Lake finding themselves on 44 points, dropping back just momentarily, so the Galaxy still 4 points off the pace of that final playoff spot. But Seattle, who are away to Vancouver, just kicking off in British Columbia, now find themselves just leapfrogging LA. But we'll see how things sort themselves out as the landscape will be further revealed by the end of the evening. But more on Colorado, a team on those 39 points in the 10th position, and now they find themselves 5 points off that playoff pace. They've won back-to-back games on Wednesday night, 2-1 victors at home against San Jose, and of course last weekend a 3-1 trouncing of Vancouver in a come-from-behind victory. And Gyasi Zardes very much a striker on form, getting one in that one. But speaking of form, no one has been hotter for Colorado than Diego Rubio. The talented Chilean has hit the back of the net on 14 occasions. That is just 2 shy of the club record set by former Colorado Rapids striker Connor Casey way back in 2009. Different story though when this team plays at home and when they are on the road. Away from home, this is a Colorado team that really struggles. 7 points from their away games this year in 15 trips away from Commerce City. 4 losses and 10 draws. That ranks as the worst joint attacking record in Major League Soccer. And on current form, it doesn't bode much better for them. 3 losses in their last 4 games. And they're going to go up against a Galaxy team that trying to improve some home form right now. Things not exactly that impressive, but a team that's taken 24 points from 15 games, LA. 7 wins, 5 defeats, and 3 draws. They're looking to make this place a little bit more fortified and more of a fortress here in a game that really matters. Both of these two teams can ill afford to lose this one. A draw really doesn't do that much good. The Galaxy do have the advantage with the extra game in hand, but it's how you use that game in hand that matters tonight. All right, we're going to step aside one more time. When we return, we'll break down the Modelo starting 11s. We'll tell you who's in, who's out, and who's back for both LA and Colorado. It's the Rapids away to the Galaxy tonight right here on Galaxy Radio. Stay with us.
Dignity Health is the official healthcare partner of the LA Galaxy, including Glendale Memorial, St. Mary in Long Beach, Northridge Hospital, California Hospital in downtown LA, St. Bernardine and Community Hospital of San Bernardino. Across Dignity Health hospitals and care sites, the well-being of patients is always the priority. To learn about emergency services, healthcare, and healthy joints, you can visit dignityhealth.org/SoCal. Dignity Health. Hello, human kindness.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum Mobile. You could save hundreds of dollars on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save by switching. Visit spectrummobile.com/save. Spectrum Internet required. Savings may vary. Restrictions apply. Visit spectrummobile.com/save for details.
In 1925, Modelo began brewing beer for those who believe in better. A model beer, steeped in the tradition of tireless effort. A rich Pilsner-style lager for those who wear their heart and heritage on their rolled-up sleeve. Since our first batch 94 years ago, to every bottle raised today, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of. Modelo Especial, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel has another reason for you to come in today. For a limited time only, Yamava is giving all new and inactive members a buy one, get one free buffet. Plus, new members can win up to $1,000 in free play for signing up a Club Serrano membership. You'll earn rewards from playing any of the 6,800 slots or table games. Experience SoCal's best buffet and resort. Yamava is your home to big wins and even bigger prizes. Go for a BOGO today. Details at yamava.com/new member. Must be 21. Please gamble responsibly.
We love you, and where you go, we'll follow, because we support LA, and that's the way we like it,
And welcome back. 9 minutes away from kickoff here as the countdown continues in Carson at Dignity Health Sports Park as the LA Galaxy embarking on match day 31 against the Colorado Rapids. Temperatures around 71 degrees here at kickoff with 71% humidity, a little moisture in the air, but things cooling down in Southern California, so that may bode well for both of these two who were busy in the midweek. In fact, a third game inside the space of 8 days for both Colorado and LA, so expect to see some substitution as well as rotation. Speaking of which, time to get to the starting 11, brought to you by Modelo, setting the gold standard for authentic Mexican beer since 1925. Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. We'll begin with Robin Frazier, who, by the way, is a very good friend of Greg Vanny, dating back to their days as youth coaches in Southern California. And it's going to be Frazier making 3 changes from the team that emerged victorious on Wednesday night in Colorado over the San Jose Earthquakes. The first change seeing Sabin Beitashour coming in at left fullback alongside a back four of Danny Wilson, Louis Abubakar, and Keegan Rosenberry, who scored an absolute screamer on Wednesday night. Jack Price and Felipe Gutierrez, the new Chilean who is on loan from Universidad Católica, proving to be a pretty good pickup after spending some time earlier in his career with Sporting Kansas City. Jonathan Lewis, Diego Rubio, who's been red hot, the Chilean, with 14 goals this season, and Sam Nicholson, the other change, along with Price and Beitashour. The Scot, of course, has been electric now in his second stint, and already scoring once against the Los Angeles Galaxy back on August 2018, supplying the winner in a 2-1 victory for the Rapids. And of course, up top, we would expect Giancy Zardes, who got a goal in the last meeting between these two in a 2-0 win on July 16th. He has struck the back of the net 10 times, but since swapping Colorado from Columbus, he's gone on with 9 goals since April and has really proven to be a good fodder for either Lewis or Nicholson or even Michael Barrios, who we can see in a wide attacking role. So a pretty talented front four. Let's take a look at the way it shapes up here for the Los Angeles Galaxy. And they're going to make 4 changes from the team that lost to Vancouver Whitecaps 3-0 on Wednesday night. 2 changes in defense. Sega Coulibaly will come in to partner Martin Cáceres as Derek Williams will drop to the bench. And Chase Gasper making way for Raheem Edwards. Both Coulibaly and Edwards coming back from suspension. And changes out wide, and it signals a change in approach as well. The Galaxy going with the 4-3-3, going for more width. And we'll see Douglas Costa come into a starting role on that right-hand side. Expect to see him hover a little more central and cut in. And Sammy Grancier trying to stretch that defense on the left side as Kevin Cabral will take a seat. And up front, of course, Javier Chicharito Hernandez, who, despite his misgivings from the penalty spot as of late, has really come good. 7 goals and 2 assists in his last 8 games, but hasn't found the back of the net in the last 2. He'll look to get things going once again as the Galaxy look to be setting up in more of a 4-3-3. A lot, of course, will be reliant upon the wide areas tonight, how the Galaxy defend this counter-attacking approach from Colorado Rapids, because there's no mystery to the way they play. They like to absorb the pressure, hit on the break, and utilize their pace in wide areas. All right, we're going to step aside, keep it right here on Galaxy Radio. When we return, we'll break it all down, confirm the lineups once again, and get you all set up. It's the Galaxy taking on LA tonight, right here on Galaxy Radio.
Dignity Health is the official healthcare partner of the LA Galaxy, including Glendale Memorial, St. Mary in Long Beach, Northridge Hospital, California Hospital in downtown LA, St. Bernardine and Community Hospital of San Bernardino. Across Dignity Health hospitals and care sites, the well-being of patients is always the priority. To learn about emergency services, healthcare, and healthy joints, you can visit dignityhealth.org/SoCal. Dignity Health. Hello, human kindness.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum Mobile. You could save hundreds of dollars on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save by switching. Visit spectrummobile.com/save. Spectrum Internet required. Savings may vary. Restrictions apply. Visit spectrummobile.com/save for details.
In 1925, Modelo began brewing beer for those who believe in better. A model beer, steeped in the tradition of tireless effort. A rich Pilsner-style lager for those who wear their heart and heritage on their rolled-up sleeve. Since our first batch 94 years ago, to every bottle raised today, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of. Modelo Especial, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. Power up like a pro. Contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel has another reason for you to come in today. For a limited time only, Yamava is giving all new and inactive members a buy one, get one free buffet. Plus, new members can win up to $1,000 in free play for signing up a Club Serrano membership. You'll earn rewards from playing any of the 6,800 slots or table games. Experience SoCal's best buffet and resort. Yamava is your home to big wins and even bigger prizes. Go for a BOGO today. Details at yamava.com/new member. Must be 21. Please gamble responsibly.
You know you want that smoky, tangy, sweet, and spicy sauced and tossed Wingstop. But you just brought a haul of groceries home from the store. It's cool. No one expects you to shop and cook in the same day. So let the flavor experts at Wingstop hook you up with mouth-watering wings, crispy tenders and thighs, fries and sides delivered to your door. You can always cook tomorrow. That's why the fridge was invented. Get it delivered at wingstop.com.
It is game time. This LA Galaxy match is brought to you by Modelo Especial, brewed for those with a fighting spirit.
It's for all the marbles here in the Western Conference. The Galaxy with a big one tonight as they get set to lock horns with the Colorado Rapids for the second and final time in 2022. 4 games to go in the Major League Soccer season, and the Galaxy 4 points off the playoff pace, desperately needing a win and trying to snap a run of 4 games without victory tonight. Not going to be easy as they haven't won in nearly 8 games without a victory against this Colorado Rapids team, losing 6 of their previous 8 encounters with 2 draws, so it hasn't boded well as a Colorado team that has really had their numbers as of late, and most recently with a 2-0 win back in July in Commerce City on goals from Diego Rubio as well as Giassi Zardes. And here's what it means. It's 8th taking on 10th tonight, and both of these two, really a draw doesn't do them any good. The Galaxy on 40 points, 4 points adrift of Real Salt Lake, who are 1-1 at halftime in their match against FC Cincinnati, and it's Vancouver and Seattle tangling in British Columbia. So that's one to keep your eye on. I will keep you posted on the scores as they develop through this game because they have a massive bearing on the Galaxy and where they could land by night's end. The quest is the playoffs, and the Galaxy do not want to fail to qualify for the playoffs for a 5th time in 6 seasons. It is unacceptable, and the Galaxy trying to get back to their tradition of excellence. They will be wearing their City of Dreams kit tonight in the white, going from right to left across your screen. And Giassi's Artists coming back to his old stomping grounds, the Burgundy Boys in their blue shorts. Referee is Joe Dickerson. He'll be assisted by Catherine Nesbitt and Brooke Mayo. The fourth official is Alex Chilowitz. And up in the VAR booth will be Robert Schopp. As we get set, slight delay here at kickoff, but the Galaxy feeling anxious, changing their formation, going with 3 strikers, going with wingers in a 4-3-3, and making 4 changes from the team that lost on Wednesday night. Sammy Grosseer and Douglas Costa getting the start, and we are underway. The Galaxy in possession. It'll be Gaston Brugman, part of that midfield trio, along with Mark Delgado and the effervescent Ricky Puig, who's been nothing short of brilliant since his move from Barcelona last month. Pings around to the outside, and Giassi's Artists trying to get a hold of it, and it'll be a throw-in for Los Angeles inside their own half. LA with a record of 11 wins, 12 defeats, and 7 draws, accounting for 40 points in their 30 games. They do have a game in hand on Colorado. There are 10 victories, 12 defeats, and 9 draws on 39 points. So not a lot of wiggle room for both of these two. Here's Ricky Puig. The talented Catalonian has really re-energized this midfield, whether it be in a 4-4-2 diamond, but tonight in that attacking role, that front trio get a little more free license to link up with the attackers up top. Here's Giassi's Artist robbing Puig of possession, and it comes out right off the bat. Colorado earning the corner kick. So trotting over will be Jack Price to take it. So we shall see what unfolds. And it will be Felipe Gutierrez, rather the Chilean, who was just picked up on loan last month from Universidad Católica down in Chile. Let's see how the Galaxy defend this one. Mix of zonal and man as usual. Markers at the near and far post, and a good test of that duo, Koulibaly and Cáceres, starting together as a partnership for the first time in 2022, the first time ever since Cáceres arrived just a few weeks ago. Galaxy looking to remain strong defensively. It's Gutierrez who whips in and can't clear the first defender at the near post. Well headed away by Julian Araujo. He keeps his spot at right fullback. Julian started the bench last week in an away draw at Nashville. Vandy continuing to chop and change and tinker with his lineup. The Galaxy now trying to improve upon their home record. As I mentioned, a team that's not that impressive on paper, but coming on back-to-back home draws against Sporting Kansas City as well as Seattle. They've worked it out wide now for Julian Araujo in possession in their first foray into the Colorado half. Quick little turn from Douglas Costa, who looks up for the fight. Little pep in his step, but dispossessed and cleared away by Gutierrez, who finds his way to his countryman. Diego Rubio is playing some fine football right now. He likes to tuck in a withdrawn striker role in support of Giassi's Artists. Really a 4-2-3-1 setup tonight for head coach Robin Fraser. Served as an assistant with Greg Vanny in Toronto, as well as Chivas USA. Those two going back to their days of coaching youth soccer in Santa Anita here in Southern California back in the late 90s. Tough to pull the wool over each other's eyes, and they know each other so well. They are very good friends, but they want to get one over on each other this evening. Colorado seeing it ping around. It drops to the feet of Giassi's Artists. Halfway in, beautifully weighted ball. Jonathan Lewis, out comes Jonathan Bond to thwart the Colorado winger who got in behind. He did ever so well. Ran right off the back of Edwards and tried to pop one over the head of Jonathan Bond, who did just enough to thwart the U.S. men's national team star. Of course, Lewis not in the World Cup team that was recently named by Greg Berhalter, but with several caps to his credit. In fact, 8 appearances for the Stars and Stripes. And a quick check and a chat here. Sega Koulibaly having a conversation with referee Joseph Dickerson. Robin Fraser, 55-year-old, born in Jamaica. Legend, of course, spent some time playing with Greg Vanny, his buddy, in those glory years with LA. 5 seasons, the first 5 years of the franchise existence. What a back line they had. Making it to 2 MLS Cup finals, losing to DC United before claiming the CONCACAF Champions Cup together back in 2000. Galaxy back in possession. Martin Cáceres for Sami Gracia, the Frenchman. Short, long, and it's popped up to the foot of Ricky Puig. He's trying to slip his way around to Boubacar. A sublime ball for an onside Chicharito Hernandez. It's Delgado firing, and is saved by Colorado keeper William Yarbrough. Wonderfully executed build-up, fueled, of course, by Ricky Puig. It's onside now. Araujo arrives. It's a good piece of defending on that left-hand side by the Rapids, who were really up against it. But some enterprising soccer led by the magic feet of the super Spaniard, Ricky Puig. He's just been saucy and absolutely fantastic. Far side corner. So the Galaxy to take it. And it'll be Costa. With that venomous left foot, the Brazilian whips one in. Good-looking ball, and it was Koulibaly who couldn't get a hold of it at that far post as it sailed over the head of everybody at the near post. What a wonderful delivery from Douglas Costa. He's been taking some heat for some of his performances this year from fans and some of the media. No doubt about the quality that he does possess on the ball. So, opening salvos fired by both. Jonathan Lewis getting in behind moments ago. The corner kick is falling by the wayside by the slimmest of margins for LA. There's Lala Sabubakar, the big Ghanaian, part of that partnership with the Scotsman Danny Wilson, the heart of that Colorado back four. Here is the big Scot, 6'2" Danny Wilson. At one point was on the books with Liverpool, spending some time with Rangers of Scotland in Glasgow during his upbringing. Broken now for the Galaxy. You're able to win it back. This is Costa. Nice little layoff for Gracia. Just inside that Colorado half, and up comes Julian Araujo from his right back position. Mark Delgado, former Toronto FC man. One of 2 former Toronto FC men in that first 11 tonight, along with Raheem Edwards, with whom he celebrated that MLS Cup in 2017. Puig pulling the strings. Good flick on from Mark Delgado, who couldn't control it, and falls nicely to the feet of Wilson, who returns the favor and gives it away, and the Galaxy have a man down. It appears to be Douglas Costa. He just took a chop to the feet and very slow to get up. All eyes on Costa, who was one of those 4 changes tonight. Still down, just on the edge of the D. Costa grabbing his right leg. It's not looking good for him. Victor Vasquez making way along with Chase Gasper and Kevin Cabral from the team that lost 3-0. Had a pretty good effort the first half. A lion's share of the possession against Vancouver. Didn't have much to show for it. So the training staff at Cesar Roldan will come out and tend to Costa. Just got tangled up with Wilson. Galaxy only amassing 2 shots on target in Vancouver on Wednesday night. In the end, had 68% of the possession, but really a Vancouver team that really offered up nothing in the first half, but really came alive in the second half while the Galaxy disintegrated. It was LA looking exceptionally vulnerable on dead balls and, of course, counterattacks, which has been some of their Achilles heels throughout the entirety of 2022. So, Galaxy fans, 2023 season ticket memberships are now available. Don't miss out on a moment of the action in 2023. The LA Galaxy are for LA, by LA. Join now. Call 1-8773-GALAXY or just visit lagalaxy.com/season tickets for more information. 9 minutes, and of course, Angel City Brigade of the Victoria Block very well represented tonight. Fans in full throat for a game that means everything. Victory tonight, coupled with a Real Salt Lake defeat at home to FC Cincinnati, means LA can leapfrog RSL into that 7th position by way of owning the tiebreaker. A lot of time between now and then. Both Real Salt Lake and LA on 11 wins. Of course, there's Vancouver and Seattle really in the thick of the hunt as well. It's going to be nip and tuck all the way down to the wire. But the Galaxy do have the added luxury having a game in hand. We can't tell you in the first half, it's 2-0 to Vancouver over Seattle. Bit of an eyebrow raiser there, and still locked up at 1 apiece early on in the second half in Utah between RSL and FC Cincinnati. Can't tell you that Austin 1-1, same scoreline at home to Nashville. A match that has playoff implications, but it's broken now to Ricky Puig, about 25 yards out, crowded from behind by Price, and he's won the free kick. A shove from behind on Price, who's pleading his call, and he has no grounds for an appeal right here, because he's clearly shoved over the Spaniard. No doubt about it, stuck out his arm right in front of referee Joseph Dickerson. And the Galaxy with a great little chance here, about 21 yards away. And then once again, it's the slippery Ricky Puig, just thrown to the turf, but his mobility and creativity has opened up angles and has really proven to be a thorn in Colorado's side early on. And they put themselves in proper position here in LA to seize the advantage. They have a variety of takers, and one thinks that in such a central area just outside the D, otherwise known as the arc on the penalty box, might work out for Chicharito Hernandez. And Douglas Costa has scored a couple of beauties this year. Could suit him well. So a little altered adjustment of the ball from Raheem Edwards. Joe Dickerson will line it back up. So Douglas Costa on Chicharito Hernandez, and this would be exactly the kind of start the Galaxy are looking for. And it will be Costa firing into the wall, which does its job. Couldn't clear that first defender, and Raheem Edwards will switch it out wide to the right-hand side, or Mark Delgado, who's supported by Julian Araujo. The pitch in fine fettle tonight, looking very good after a recent rugby tournament a couple of weeks ago. Here's Edwards reversing direction under the pressure of Zardes, back into their own half for Cáceres. And the Uruguayan finds his way to Araujo, sends it up the line. Galaxy, possession-oriented team. That is the tradition and the style of this franchise throughout the years. Greg Vanney really a nice fit into that mold, but turning possession into attacking chances really has been puzzling for LA. Speaking of puzzling, a rather difficult ball play from Grossier to his countryman Koulibaly, who did well to adjust now. Space opens up on the right-hand side for Douglas Costa, who's dropped into a deeper role. Floats out now, poked in. It's in for Grossier. It's Abubakar. Chicharito denied. And second chance for Chicha, who's saved twice by William Yarbrough. My goodness. 2 bites of the apple for Chicharito Hernandez. It was really an acute angle on the edge of the 6-yard box on the right-hand side, but Yarbrough really stood his ground well. The former U.S. men's national teamer, born in Mexico, actually starred for the Mexico under-20s. Came up through the Pachuca youth system, but adapting to life very well in Major League Soccer. The Galaxy opening up, and it was too hot to handle from Douglas Costa for Sami Grossier. Some good thrust to the middle from the Brazilian, showing the form of yesteryear and turning back the clock. Costa, you just get the feeling he hasn't really hit his gears yet. Come watch your LA Galaxy take on Real Salt Lake for the final regular season home game and Fan Appreciation Day here on October 1st. You can visit lagalaxy.com/schedule to reserve your seats today. Central American Heritage tonight. Glad you're along with us. No goals after 13.5 minutes from Colorado. Their visit to the Los Angeles Galaxy. This is LA on it. Puig brought down. The referee sees that one as well. And Price, once again, the guilty party. And tell you what, if this continues, a booking for persistent infringement could be on the cards for him. Englishman not favoring the decisions of the referee too favorably. Here's Raheem Edwards now, back into the first 11 after suspension on Wednesday night. He has that attacking dimension. They'll need it. Here's Brugman. Just a smooth operator in that number 6 role, and he's fouled by Diego Rubio. So a free kick just inside the Galaxy half here on the 15th minute. Quickly taken by Puig, finding his way up to Delgado. Galaxy trying to string together some good rhythm right now, trying to settle into this game as the Rapids playing a pretty high line. Delgado for Douglas Costa. This is Julian Araujo. Hard to believe. Julian just celebrating his 21st birthday last month. And pretty much first name on the team sheet week in and week out, as he has been for the last few years. Koulibaly going back to his goalkeeper, Jonathan Bond. Brugman calmly playing out for the Frenchman Koulibaly as they spread those center backs very wide, and Brugman dropping in between, providing a little extra width as the Galaxy look for some overloads. Here's Martin Cáceres, the former Juventus man. Actually played with Douglas Costa in Torino. And it's broken now. The Galaxy give it away. Rubio trying to slide it through. It's broken for Lewis, who fires. Got a hold of it from about 21 yards out in a central area, but just dragged his opportunity wide. The Galaxy making a huge mistake, giving away possession in cheap fashion. Fortunate to come away unscathed. And once again, it's that man Lewis firing just wide. His second look at goal tonight. Came off just a routine ball played in. Sliding in was Koulibaly, but his clearance only as far as Lewis. Has accounted for the brightest attacking moments for Colorado so far this evening. And coming off back-to-back victories in which they scored 5 and allowed just 2 against San Jose and Vancouver. Here's Costa now with some cut and thrust through the center of the park. Squares it for Puig. And now it comes out wide of the left-hand side in the Colorado half for Sami Grandsir, trying to stretch that defense. Costa trying to put it through now. It's onside. Chicharito Hernandez drags it back, but only as far as Colorado's Danny Wilson able to make the intervention. And it'll be Zardes dropping very deep as it comes out wide of the left-hand side. It'll be Sam Nicholson, who's one of those 3 changes for Robin Fraser tonight, operating in that wide area in the left. That's where they've predicated so much of their success in this recent uptick. Ironically, Robin Fraser, not just good friends with Galaxy head coach Craig Vanny. It was Robin Fraser who was the first ever player selected in the draft in 1996. Meanwhile, it's the current version of the Galaxy, and it's Sami Grandsir trying to bend one centrally. Colorado sloppy in possession. It broke well for Ricky Puig. The Frenchman couldn't take his chance, and this is what we're going to see tonight. Inverted wingers with the right-footed Grandsir on the left, and of course, the left-footed Costa on the right. Lewis trying to blaze past for Edwards, and he's done just that. And Jonathan Lewis continues to be a handful. He's won their second corner of the evening. Lewis just using that burst of pace, initial acceleration. That's it, going back with that 4-3-3. They've really had some experimenting. Saw a 3-5-2 at times in recent weeks against Nashville, in New England. 4-4-2 diamond, of course, on Wednesday. The near side corner now on the 18th minute, no goals. Whipped in, the Galaxy defended well, much better than we saw on Wednesday when that first goal arose out of a header won on a corner kick by Vancouver. Colorado wasting one out, and over the byline, and a goal kick here for Jonathan Bond. Galaxy, a defense that has a respectable record despite conceding 3 on Wednesday. 46 goals allowed in 30 games, which currently puts them around the center of the pack and tied for 12th best in MLS. But what's alarming is just 1 shutout in 13 games. Their last one coming back on July 24th. And a 2-0 win here in Carson against Atlanta. Galaxy back in possession. Koulibaly sending it forward for Douglas Costa. Here's Julian Araujo providing the width, and he gives it away. Just wasn't on the same page as Costa. And it's Zardes only too happy to oblige. Closed down really well by Mark Delgado. Comes out and play, and so it'll be a 3rd corner of the night for the visiting Colorado Rapids, who have just 1 win away from home this year. And victory coming early last month in that 5-4 thriller away to the New York Red Bulls. They've dropped 3 of their last 4 on the road, so If there ever was a time the Galaxy might fancy their chances, it would be against a team that doesn't travel well like the Rapids. And they've got it on that far side. And it'll be Price standing over it. And let me tell you, he has a very good delivery, the Englishman. Originally from the Black Country in Wolverhampton, where he applied his trade and learned his craft. And it will be a straightforward delivery, and it skips past everybody. Really poorly defended, but even attacked worse by the Rapids, and nothing coming about. All the way back to Steven Beitashour. Another statesman now, former San Jose Earthquake, 35 years of age. Preferred to Estevez at left fullback as one of those 3 changes for Robin Fraser. It's broken now for Douglas Costa. Ricky Puig blocked by Lalas Abubakar. Good awareness from Costa to square it to the Spaniard, who didn't provide enough power. Abubakar able to get the block in. And here comes Lewis once again, taking on all comers. This game breaking open a little bit. So the Galaxy reclaim it. Gaston Brugman, the Uruguayan, for Ricky Puig. Such an integral part of this attacking lineup for Greg Vanney. Puig a little frustrated here, asking for movement. He's not getting it. A little irritated with some of his teammates. Here's Douglas Costa now with a big switch, trying to angle one to the left-hand side for Puig. Well weighted by the Brazilian. He was thwarted. Doing just enough was Keegan Rosenberry. And right back tonight for the Rapids. Quick throw in now for Sammy Grossier. Right in front of the Colorado bench is Raheem Edwards, former LAFC man. Galaxy trying to get one early. Still 1-1 between Real Salt Lake and Cincinnati. Vancouver up 2-0. They close in on halftime at BC Place, and that's a huge Cascadia clash. Both those teams really in the thick of the playoff hunt. So the Galaxy right back on it. Sega Koulibaly back from suspension. Inserted into the first 11 now at back four at the expense of Derek Williams, who is given a rest. Here's played in now, Gaston Brugman, yes! Beautifully played in by Sammy Grossier. And cometh the man, cometh the hour. Gaston Brugman with a monumental goal early on here in the first half. The Galaxy, the start they wanted, with one eye on the playoffs. It's LA 1, the Rapids 0. And Gaston Brugman with his first ever goal in Major League Soccer, and it couldn't have come at a more crucial time midway through the first half. Beautifully slotted through. It was a direct run, and Sammy Grossier picking the perfect pass, superbly weighted, and it was taken first time by Brugman, the 30-year-old Uruguayan who was signed a couple of months ago. The man Greg Vanney had sought after for nearly 2 years comes through with a gem of a goal, and a superbly worked one at that. Sammy Grossier picking up the assist, and that will be his 4th of 2022. So bright signs for the Galaxy, and we know how positive they are when they get that first goal. They've won 10 of their 14 games, which they have scored first, only losing once, and of course drawing three others. So a free kick back the other way, and now what kind of a response will we see from this Colorado Rapids team? Hadn't exactly been outplayed, mustered up some good counter-attacking chances from Jonathan Lewis, but let's see what they can conjure up on this free kick. Just halfway into the Galaxy half, Price delivers and hits Lewis on the backside. He wasn't even aware of it. Right on the edge of the Galaxy box, no less, and LA able to reclaim possession wide on the right as they stride to midfield. Big switch, all played out. Ricky Puig calling out his teammate, absolutely visibly distraught and irate. Went way overhit by Mark Delgado, and he was in acres of space. Colorado trying to do the exact same thing. Nicholson left and supported by Gutierrez. Now this is Price, the 29-year-old. Sam Nicholson. Really a double pivot in the center of midfield for Robin Fraser. Diego Rubio hasn't had much say and nudged off of it. Galaxy all too aware of the Chilean's goal-scoring theatrics as of late. The Galaxy have a man down. It used to be Chicharito Hernandez. Just inside the center circle as he collided. Was fouled from behind by Lalas Abubakar, who raised his hands. I'll tell you what, this is a Colorado team that's really not known for their good graces. They embraced the dark arts. In fact, they've been booked 80 times this year. That's third most in the league. They've had 5 sent off, which is the most in Major League Soccer. So good to see Chicharito up and around. The Galaxy captain seeing his head. Joe Dickerson keeping the cards in his pocket. So it goes back to LA goalkeeper Jonathan Bond. The Galaxy up a 0-0. Thanks to a super strike and a well-worked goal from Gaston Brugman. Edwards trying to link up with Delgado, who's nudged off of it by Gutierrez, and in comes Douglas Costa to steal it away down right to the feet of Ricky Puig, who pulls the strings in the attack. He's wrapped up from behind, and Gutierrez with the tactical foul, grabbing the Spaniard, who's frustrated right now. There'd be some poor balls and movement from his teammates this time. Defense making no play for the ball. It'll be Felipe Gutierrez's second yellow card since rejoining Major League Soccer last month. On his 10th appearance and his 8th start. So free kick for Puig, who takes it for Sami Gracier. 27th minute. Galaxy looking comfortable. The night when they really can use the points. Raheem Edwards going back to Jonathan Bond. Galaxy enjoying, as we saw on Wednesday night, a majority of the possession with 70% of the ball through the first half of half number 1. Here's Edwards on a gallop forward. He's skinned a couple of defenders in the process, and his pace trying to get around Rosenberry inside the penalty area for the big Canadian, and it's Raheem Edwards twisting and turning. Raheem Edwards! Oh my goodness! You filthy, filthy man! He does it all alone. No one stopping Raheem Edwards on a thing of absolute beauty. The Galaxy are flying high here at Carson. 2-0. Wow. He ran half the length of the field, and he called his own number. Raheem Edwards with his first goal in a Galaxy shirt, and what a time to score it. As LA get 2 goals in 5 minutes. A 60-yard run from the Canadian fullback. And what a way to announce your return to the first 11, as they just couldn't cope with his movement and his sweet feet. Terrible defending from Colorado, and leaving Edwards with the goal at his mercy from about 15 yards out, and he belts it home with a sweet left foot. And the Galaxy in the driver's seat right now, as Colorado have been waylaid here. Perhaps the jinx is over. Plenty of football, but remember, the Galaxy have had their problems against this team that has kind of been their arch nemesis. Galaxy haven't beaten Colorado since September of 2017, when Giassi Zardes was on target in a 3-0 win here in Carson at the Colorado Rapids expense. Galaxy have lost 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two. Hasn't made for pleasant reading. Perhaps the tide is turning. I said it before the game, the Galaxy need to cope with the pace of the counterattack, but they also equally need to defend well tonight. They need a clean sheet and a convincing win to lift their spirits, because heads were down a little bit and get a little bit more down. playing so many games in such a tight space of time. Third game in a week for LA. Likewise for the Rapids in possession right now. Gutierrez wheels around right in front of the Galaxy bench, and a very dapperly clad Rick Vanny wearing the suit tonight. Dressed to the nines, dressed for the occasion. Galaxy up for the fight as we close in on the half-hour mark. Goals from Gaston Rouban and Raheem Edwards, unassisted. Free kick now for Felipe Gutierrez in Colorado. They've yet to test Jonathan Bond. Gutierrez is a good-looking ball, and Bond will stay on his line. Foul inside the area as Chicharito was wrestled to ground by Danny Wilson, and referee Joe Dickerson had a good look at it. Just thrown to the floor was the Mexican, and it'll be a free kick for Los Angeles. Hey, soccer fans, secure your 2023 partial plan deposits right now. Partial plan holders receive priority access for playoffs and a 10% discount at the team store. All you have to do is call 1-8773-GALAXY. That's 1-877-342-5299, or email us at ticketplans@lagalaxy.com. Push changing the angle, and lovely carry from the Spaniard, releasing Araujo wide on the right. Heavy touch, Araujo is in, squares it, Chicharito, Sussy, and Sassy. Look at him go, folks. The Galaxy are on cloud 9 and have erupted for a first half hat trick. It's LA 3, the Colorado Rapids 0. Wow. Chicharito Hernandez, goal number 15 for the Los Angeles Galaxy. Beautifully worked from Puig and Araujo. The simple ball across. Beautiful run from Chicharito. Was he offside? Played on by the left back. By Tashur. Beaten for pace. And a wonderful finish. The taquito. And something special with spice, courtesy of CH14. Exquisite. Ricky Puig grabbing his third assist, and Julian Araujo grabbing his 8th, which is tops for the team. My goodness, the Galaxy getting the exact kind of response that they so desperately wanted against a nemesis that has had their number. Rosenberry now. Halftime can't come too soon, but still just inside a quarter of an hour left here. Here's Rubio, who has been non-existent tonight. Cleared away. Rancière on the edge of his own penalty area. Locates Araujo. Douglas Costa. Good team football. The Galaxy looking the part. A night when they were aware of the pace, it's their own pace that rips Colorado wide open. Costa now supported well. The crowd loving every minute of it. A great crowd on hand tonight. Looks to be a sellout. I'm going to get that information to you as it becomes available. It's gotten so crowded. Fans on the berm. Central American heritage tonight. All in all, a pretty good time in Carson, California. The Galaxy have been hit and miss in terms of home form. Chicharito tumbled to ground by Abubakar. Is going to be booked for this one. Just clattered into Chicharito. Pulled the back heel pass from Rosenberry, and it's Abubakar who just slides into him. You may remember Lalas Abubakar. He's a pretty robust character for his entanglements with Zlatan Ibrahimovic when Abubakar was with the Columbus Crew a few years ago. Doesn't back down from anybody, and Chicharito really is taking a knock. He's in pain. It's a nasty challenge. And he came in, left his feet. Abubakar can't do that. Could be almost classified as two-footed, nearly. Referee Joe Dickerson showing him yellow. He becomes a second man book, and Abubakar give it his 9th caution. That means He will be unavailable for Saturday's visit of FC Dallas for Colorado. He will be out with suspension for his 9th booking of 2022. 82 yellow cards doled out in 32 games for the Colorado Rapids. And Abubakar sportingly goes back to Chicharito, who wasn't happy at all with the Ghanaian. Really was reckless. Just came in, left that left foot up high. Just got that right ankle of Chicharito Hernandez, who wasn't too happy about it. Joe Dickerson having a conversation with Lalas Abubakar. He's trying to get him to settle down. He can ill afford to become victims of discipline or indiscipline, Colorado. It takes something Herculean to come back from 3 goals down. He did come back from a goal down on Wednesday, or rather last Saturday against Vancouver. Vancouver going out in front on the 9th minute from Brian White, but then goals from Zardis, Rubio in the first half of the penalty spot, and Jonathan Lewis tacking one on in the second to make it a 3-1 win for Robin Fraser's men. Galaxy right back on it, 10 minutes until halftime. Galaxy up 3-0. Chicharito, Raheem Edwards, and Gaston Brugman with goals 9 minutes apart. The Galaxy looking the part right now. Here's Abubakar, recently disciplined for Wilson. LA enjoying their football, having a good time, knocking it around, playing confident, heads up, body language is good. That's what they need right now. Let's get the feeling the Galaxy don't know their best 11. It's been changed so many times by Greg Vanney, some eyebrows raised with Cáceres inserted at the expense of Derek Williams, alongside the return to Sega Koulibaly back from suspension. And long believed that Koulibaly and Williams are the starting duo of choice in the heart of that Galaxy defense. Hunting for their first clean sheet in 10 games, LA. This is Lalas Abubakar. Near side for Keegan Rosenberry, or rather Sammy Nicholson, who switched over to this right-hand side. Lewis now on the left. And we'll give them an inverted presence. Here's the left-footed Nicholson. Drops into a deep roll, closed down by Grandsir and fouled. It will be a free kick to the Burgundy boys, just inside the Galaxy half. Quick to get it underway. Here's Gutierrez, supported now by Danny Wilson. Galaxy playing it high. Zardis, the lone striker up top. It's pretty obvious what Colorado like to do. Leave their wingers out wide and make those diagonal runs from the outside in. Combined with Zardis. Hasn't really come off the way it has in recent weeks, however. And I'm sure Robin Fraser will have something to say about it during his halftime team talk. Colorado could really use a good spell of possession. Rosenberry now for Jack Price, the Englishman. Here's Wilson, the Scot, for Gutierrez. Sloppy ball for him. Broken for the Galaxy, who returned the favor. Possession all too short-lived for their liking. And it's claimed by one of the goal scorers, Raheem Edwards, who read it to perfection. What a difference a night can make. The Galaxy were listless and flat on Wednesday night, despite having possession, more for possession's sake than conjuring up anything of danger going forward. But in sharp contrast to what we've seen so far. Here's Gyasi Zardes back the other way. This is better from Colorado. Here's Nicholson. He's coming in from that right-hand side and closed down, met by Raheem Edwards, who's down by his buddy Sammy Grandsir. Come out for a Galaxy throw. Hey, Galaxy fans, 2023 season ticket memberships are available right now. Don't miss out on a moment of home action 2023. The Galaxy are for LA by LA. You can join now. Call 1-833-GALAXY or visit LAGalaxy.com/season tickets for more info. And it's come over on the counterattack on that right-hand side. And this is where the Galaxy have kind of taken a page out of Colorado's book. It's weighted on the edge of the box, and Delgado's won the corner kick for Los Angeles, just their second of the evening. It'll be on that far side, and it will be on the 39th minute. What a difference a few days can make for Los Angeles. What a first half. 7 shots on target already. Nothing going for Colorado Rapids, who've been absolutely run over. So it'll be Douglas Costa to provide the run up. Short corner taken, as the Galaxy are prone to do. And Araujo leaves it too heavy. Oh, it's pulled back, and it's Chicharito. Lovely play. It looked to have gone over the byline, but credit to Douglas Costa, who turned on the Jets and really put it on a platter for Chicharito right on his forehead. Mexican couldn't keep it down. Just mistimed his jump a little bit. He's 34 now. He's not exactly what he was back in his Manchester United days, but still a formidable force. Just a little too high from Douglas Costa. He's fit in well tonight. Long diagonal now from Colorado, and Julian Araujo trying to play it forward for. Play it back for Jonathan Bond, and stays in. Galaxy get it back now. Higher pressure from Zardes on Bond. Struggles at time with the ball at his feet, but does well on this occasion. Oh, and it's terrible from Raheem Edwards. It's broken now, and it's Nicholson who drives one. A huge error from Raheem Edwards. Just overplays himself. Too many touches. And Nicholson unleashing from the edge of the box at the angle, but couldn't keep it down. Scott now in his second tenure with this Colorado Rapids setup after being with LA for 3 years from 2018 to 2020. And a couple of years ago during the COVID season, going back over to the UK to play with Bristol Rovers, making his way back. Here's Edwards now, supported by Puig. Galaxy inside their own half. Less than 5 minutes until halftime. Coming up at halftime, I'll get you all up to date on some of the scores elsewhere around the league. The big focus on that Real Salt Lake against FC Cincinnati game, as well as Vancouver's clash at home to Seattle. Austin at home to Nashville as well. Plus, we'll take a look at the stats and have some analysis for you. It's all coming up here on the Galaxy Radio halftime show. So some unfinished business now. And here's Brugman. Puig is pulling the strings once again. On the gallop is Edwards. The flag is down. Edwards pulls it across. Heavy touch from Grossier, and eventually all the way back for William Yarbrough. Busier, these two goalkeepers. Yarbrough, of course, beaten 3 times. Hasn't made a save, and Jonathan Bond called into action on 4 occasions. Really half saves of sort. Or rather, Yarbrough making 4 saves, my apologies. None for Jonathan Bond, but it's Ricky Puig's teammate coming forward, squared across. Now this is Sammy Grossier. Loses track of it now, and it falls sweetly to the feet of Nicholson, who's reverted to a more central role, leaves it behind Rubio. Really, if Colorado want to get back into this game, we're going to have to find a way to get that ball to the feet of the talented Chilean. Rubio on target in each of their last 2 games, bringing his season total up to 14, which is too shy of the club record held by Connor Casey of 16 back in the 2009 season. See, on a night when they can move into the top 7, move above the playoff line for first time in quite a while. All in all, busy night tonight. 11 games in MLS. A lot of finals already in the books. Colorado able to get it back. They could use something positive right here towards the tail end of the first half. Forward for Rubio, who's drifted between the lines. Goes down by Puig. He's chopped down by Grossier. It'll be a free kick. Rubio didn't take kindly to the niggling, persistent challenge from Ricky Pouge. So Felipe Gutierrez continued to plead his case with referee Joe Dickerson not to retake the free kick. As we move into the final minute plus added on time, we wait for the indicator. The fourth official, Alex Chilowitz. Wilson chopped by Costa. Wilson will go back the other way. This is Price operating on the left. And here's Lewis, who is involved early. A couple of good looks for the American winger. Angled ball in, dealt with well enough by Grand Cyr. The Galaxy with a good energy and spirit. Excellent commitment. And Chicharito looking to counter-attack now. And a streaking Sammy Grand Cyr, who's got the angle on Lala Abubakar, but loses it in possession. And lets him off the hook. 2 minutes will be added on. Galaxy trying to hold firm here. Can ill avoid to take their foot off the gas. Ill afford, rather. Here's Gaston Brugman. And to win it, Colorado able to regain possession. Wide to the left-hand side. Gutierrez, Rubio. Haven't had much joy tonight down that left with Beitashour coming in for the Brazilian fullback who's played in recent weeks, Lucas Esteves on that left-hand side. Galaxy got themselves a free kick. Chelsea Zardes hasn't had a sniff tonight. That will suit the Galaxy just fine. Of course, always good to see Jossie, one of the good guys in MLS, and of course, LA born and bred. Former LA Galaxy, their first ever homegrown player. 34 goals in his 131 appearances for Los Angeles, and of course, big part of that 2014 MLS Cup winning team. So free kick, and rather throw in on that opposite side. Galaxy in no big hurry. Trying to see it out to halftime where they could gather their wits, rest, plan their assault to defend this 3-goal lead coming up in the second half. Koulibaly all the way back. This is Cáceres, the ex-Fiorentina man. Forza Viola. And that will do it. First half is in the books, and what a first half it was. Possibly the best first half from the Los Angeles Galaxy we have seen in 2022 after what was arguably their worst second half on Wednesday night. Goals tonight, though, from Gaston Brugman, 23 minutes after kickoff, set up sensationally by both Ricky Pouge and Sammy Grand Cyr. A wonderful solo run of 60 yards from Raheem Edwards, who finished it off for his first Galaxy goal 5 minutes later, and then Chicharito Hernandez, who was played in by Pouge and Julian Araujo, as the Mexican grabs his 15th of the season on the 32nd, and that accounts for all the damage. Halftime here on Galaxy Radio. It's LA 3, Colorado 0.
In the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And will perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum Mobile. You could save hundreds of dollars on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save by switching. Visit spectrummobile.com/save. Spectrum Internet required. Savings may vary. Restrictions apply. Visit spectrummobile.com/save for details.
In 1925, Modelo began brewing beer for those who believe in better. A model beer, steeped in the tradition of tireless effort. A rich Pilsner-style lager for those who wear their heart and heritage on their rolled-up sleeve. Since our first batch 94 years ago, to every bottle raised today, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of. Modelo Especial, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Dignity Health is the official healthcare partner of the LA Galaxy, including Glendale Memorial, St. Mary in Long Beach, Northridge Hospital, California Hospital in downtown LA, St. Bernardine and Community Hospital of San Bernardino. Across Dignity Health hospitals and care sites, the well-being of patients is always the priority. To learn about emergency services, healthcare, and healthy joints, you can visit dignityhealth.org/SoCal. Dignity Health. Hello, human kindness.
Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel has another reason for you to come in today. For a limited time only, Yamava is giving all new and inactive members a buy one, get one free buffet. Plus, new members can win up to $1,000 in free play for signing up a Club Serrano membership. You'll earn rewards from playing any of the 6,800 slots or table games. Experience SoCal's best buffet and resort. Yamava is your home to big wins and even bigger prizes. Go for a BOGO today. Details at yamava.com/November. Must be 21. Please gamble responsibly.
You know you want that smoky, tangy, sweet, and spicy sauced and tossed Wingstop. But you just brought a haul of groceries home from the store. It's cool. No one expects you to shop and cook in the same day. So let the flavor experts at Wingstop hook you up with mouth-watering wings, crispy tenders and thighs, fries and sides delivered to your door. You can always cook tomorrow. That's why the fridge was invented. Get it delivered at wingstop.com.
This LA Galaxy Halftime is brought to you by Wingstop, the flavor of the LA Galaxy. Order now at wingstop.com.
And welcome back. It is halftime here in Carson at Dignity Health Sports Park. A very happy GHSP as the Galaxy up 3-0 over the visiting Colorado Rapids on goals from Gaston Brugman, Raheem Edwards, as well as Chicharito Hernandez. The Galaxy with a chance to move into the top 7. It looks as though they have a pretty good opportunity to do so as of right now as we check the scoreboard. Real Salt Lake in stoppage time, losing at home 2-1 to visiting FC Cincinnati. We'll keep you apprised as that one becomes a final. Should the Galaxy move on to victory, well, the Galaxy looks as though they could move into the top 7 and take a place above the playoff line for the first time in quite a while. Elsewhere, Vancouver socketed it to Seattle 2-0. That one in the 63rd minute. A little bit later, it'll be San Jose and Dallas going to a 1-1 draw so far at halftime. Austin, a final score 1-1 against Nashville. That sets up nicely. Ani Mukhtar on target early on in the second half from the spot, but Driussi getting the equalizer 5 minutes later as they share the spoils in the Texas capital. Sporting Kansas City just socking it to Minnesota 4-1. What a performance from them as they continue to shatter this team's hopes for the playoffs. Minnesota, who really continue to be the picture of inconsistency as they really struggle elsewhere. It was Charlotte 3, Chicago 2. Orlando 4-0 earlier today at the expense of Toronto. And Bruce Arena's boys really continue to struggle. It was Alistair Johnston, 18 minutes from full time. Montreal 1-0 victors at New England. And it was Atlanta and Philadelphia, would you believe it? No goals. Philadelphia finally cooling off. And New York City FC, after claiming the Campeones Cup in the midweek, get the best of Red Bull New York in the Hudson River Derby. Goals from Alex Collins and Santiago Rodriguez in the first half, steering the defending champions to 3 points. All right, when we return, we'll break down this first half, what a first half it was, and we'll take a look at the stats, plus the analysis and much, much more. Halftime here, LA 3, Colorado 0 on Galaxy Radio.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum Mobile. You could save hundreds of dollars on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save by switching. Visit spectrummobile.com/save. Spectrum Internet required. Savings may vary. Restrictions apply. Visit spectrummobile.com/save for details.
In 1925, Modelo began brewing beer for those who believe in better. A model beer, steeped in the tradition of tireless effort. A rich Pilsner-style lager for those who wear their heart and heritage in their rolled-up sleeve. Since our first batch 94 years ago, to every bottle raised today, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of. Modelo Especial, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Dignity Health is the official healthcare partner of the LA Galaxy, including Glendale Memorial, St. Mary in Long Beach, Northridge Hospital, California Hospital in downtown LA, St. Bernardine and Community Hospital of San Bernardino. Across Dignity Health hospitals and care sites, the well-being of patients is always the priority. To learn about emergency services, healthcare, and healthy joints, you can visit dignityhealth.org/SoCal. Dignity Health. Hello, human kindness.
Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel has another reason for you to come in today. For a limited time only, Yamava is giving all new and inactive members a buy one, get one free buffet. Plus, new members can win up to $1,000 in free play for signing up a Club Serrano membership. You'll earn rewards from playing any of the 6,800 slots or table games. Experience SoCal's best buffet and resort. Yamava is your home to big wins and even bigger prizes. Go for a BOGO today. Details at yamava.com/new member. Must be 21. Please gamble responsibly.
And welcome back. Halftime here at Dignity Health Sports Park. The Galaxy up 3-0. This is the halftime show coming your way on Galaxy Radio. I am Christian Miles. What a first half performance it was from the Galaxy, who started a little bit shaky. Some good opportunities as Jonathan Lewis able to get in behind and trouble Jonathan Bond, but then the Galaxy just really took control of the game and utilized the counter-attacking game to their benefit, kind of taking a page out of Colorado's book. Gaston Brugman played it beautifully on some wonderful interplay from both Ricky Puig and Sami Grosser, and then Raheem Edwards just blazing his way 60 yards to the entire Colorado midfield and back for to register his first goal as an LA Galaxy player. And Chicharito Hernandez continues to terrify opposing defenders as he grabs his 15th of the season on the 32nd minute on some beautiful setup play from Ricky Puig as well as Julian Araujo. And Chicharito Hernandez now 8 goals and 2 assists in his last 9 appearances. The Galaxy, you really can't argue with anything in this first half. They have checked every single box. They have won the possession as they usually do with 61.5% of the ball, 7 shots on target of the 10, holding Colorado without a single opportunity on frame. They put in 2 block shots, and Jonathan Bond hasn't been called upon to make 1 single save as of yet. 4 saves on the other end for a very busy William Yarbrough. And of course, a slight edge in corner kicks as we look at this one here. 3 for Colorado and 2 for the LA Galaxy. And bookings in the first half for Colorado's Felipe Gutierrez as well as Lalas Abubakar. No cautions for the Galaxy in the first 45 minutes. The team talk for LA, quite simple right now. More of the same. Keep your foot on the gas, but stay focused. See this one out as the Galaxy hunt for a first clean sheet in 10 games. For Colorado, trying to get their act together, look for them to make wholesale changes. We're going to step aside when we return. Second half is coming up. LA and Colorado next here on Galaxy Radio.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum Mobile. You could save hundreds of dollars on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save by switching. Visit spectrummobile.com/save. Spectrum Internet required. Savings may vary. Restrictions apply. Visit spectrummobile.com/save for details.
In 1925, Modelo began brewing beer for those who believe in better. A model beer, steeped in the tradition of tireless effort. a rich Pilsner-style lager for those who wear their heart and heritage in their rolled-up sleeve. Since our first batch 94 years ago to every bottle raised today, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of. Modelo Especial, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Dignity Health is the official healthcare partner of the LA Galaxy, including Glendale Memorial, St. Mary in Long Beach, Northridge Hospital, California Hospital in downtown LA, St. Bernardine and Community Hospital of San Bernardino. Across Dignity Health hospitals and care sites, the well-being of patients is always the priority. To learn about emergency services, healthcare, and healthy joints, you can visit dignityhealth.org/SoCal. Dignity Health. Hello, human kindness.
Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel has another reason for you to come in today. For a limited time only, Yamava is giving all new and inactive members a buy one, get one free buffet. Plus, new members can win up to $1,000 in free play for signing up a Club Serrano membership. You'll earn rewards from playing any of the 6,800 slots or table games. Experience SoCal's best buffet and resort. Yamava is your home to big wins and even bigger prizes. Go for a BOGO today. Details at yamava.com/new member. Must be 21. Please gamble responsibly.
You know you want that smoky, tangy, sweet, and spicy sauced and tossed Wingstop. But you just brought a haul of groceries home from the store. It's cool. No one expects you to shop and cook in the same day. So let the flavor experts at Wingstop hook you up with mouth-watering wings, crispy tenders and thighs, fries and sides delivered to your door. You can always cook tomorrow. That's why the fridge was invented. Get it delivered at wingstop.com.
It's time now for the second half of our contest. This LA Galaxy match is brought to you by Herbalife, nutrition for a better life.
And welcome back. Lights out here. Halftime. The Galaxy up 3-0 over the visiting Colorado Rapids. An explosive, fiery first 45 minutes here for the five-time MLS Cup champions, who are getting back to their winning ways, looking for their first victory in 5 games at a time when they desperately need it. And better news here coming out of Salt Lake City, as Real Salt Lake have lost to FC Cincinnati. FC Cincinnati coming back from a goal down on 2 goals from Brenner on either side of halftime, which means tonight, if the Galaxy can hang on for 3 points, they will move above Real Salt Lake in the pecking order into the 7th position by way of the tiebreaker, level on points on 43. So things looking good for Los Angeles. Perhaps they are turning the corner. Remember, 4 games left in the season, including tonight. Time of the essence, and the time is now. So we'll see some changes coming in here for the Colorado Rapids. It looks as though they're going to go with Lucas Estevez in for Steven Beitashour at left fullback. And it'll be Michael Barrios coming in on the right-hand side of the attack in replacement, I believe, of Jonathan Lewis. Barrios, the diminutive Colombian, blessed with an abundance of pace. He's wreaked havoc on the Galaxy in the past. In fact, scored a goal against LA 1 year ago in a 1-1 draw against the Galaxy in Commerce City. Second half now underway. That was then, this is now. The Galaxy now trying to end the jinx and get their first win over Colorado in 5 long years. So Lucas Estevez at left back and Barrios on. 2 changes for Robin Fraser, no changes for Los Angeles coming out after halftime, and it will be Colorado in possession, going from right to left. Great to have you along. Here's Estevez, and the Brazilian with his first touch. Here in the second half, he was one of those 3 changes left out. The team that emerged victorious over San Jose over the midweek. Estevez on loan from Brazilian side Palmeiras, originally signing last November. So we'll see how he figures and acquits himself, adds an attacking dimension. So too does Nicholson, but his heavy touch gets away from him, and it'll come out here for a goal kick for Jonathan Bond, who's really about the first piece of action he's seen in a while. No saves tonight for the Galaxy goalkeeper. They've changed the call. It will be a corner kick. So Colorado pick up their 4th. And standing near side It'll be Jack Price as the Galaxy go with 4 zonal in the box. Rest marking up. Colorado break, good delivery, pops up. The Galaxy defended well enough. I'll tell you what, they're winning those first balls, something they struggled with on Wednesday against Vancouver. And meanwhile, it's Rosenberry onside for Price, who hits it first time, took a deflection off of Araujo. So another corner coming up for the visitors. Hey, Galaxy fans, 2023 season ticket memberships are available now. Don't miss out on a moment of home action next year. The Galaxy are for LA by LA. Join now, call 1-833-GALAXY or visit lagalaxy.com/season tickets for more info. Price on the delivery early on into the teeth of that Galaxy defense. Out it trickles. Bite to short, trying to work it in. So Bite to short left on. He will move into a central role, it appears. Wilson is off. He is the man sacrificed. Looks as though Colorado have kind of moved in to what appears to be a back 3, with Estevez pushing more of a wing-back role. Drop, of course, into a 4 or a 5 out of possession. They've committed the foul, so a free kick for Los Angeles. 3-0 on 3 first-half strikes. Brugman, Edwards, and Chicha. Here's Douglas Costa. Oh my goodness, what a first touch from the Brazilian. He still got it. His switch, not exactly the highest order, but well tended to by Grancier. It's wide on the left-hand side for the Galaxy now. Inside the Colorado half. Back to Cáceres. The Uruguayan will punt it forward as it's chased down, but a foul away from the ball and a shove there. Spotted by referee Joe Dickerson. So free kick now for the Rapids. Hey, Galaxy fans, the new 2022 City of Dreams kit is available. The kit honors the clean, classic, and elegant white kits of the Galaxy's past with an LA twist. You can get yours now at the LA Galaxy team store. Galaxy caught, or rather Colorado caught, and it's Douglas Costa blazing onto it, but with his weaker right foot overhitting everyone. Tracked down, possession sustained. Brugman thought about hitting it on the half volley. Here's Araujo, who drives one high. About 20 yards away. Julian Araujo has yet to score this season. Good performance from Araujo, who had a role to play in that third goal. The wonderful ball in, squared for Chicharito. Galaxy able to win it back inside the Colorado half. Colorado really a mess right now. Here's Beitashour, slipped over to that right-hand side with Estevez in on the left. For the time being, Price will drop in, so they've flooded the midfield. And the Galaxy trying to defend this break. They've been so cognizant of the counterattack. Back the other way now for Estevez, who can't track it down. Big game tonight for Sammy Nicholson, who comes forward now. Estevez pulls it across, and there is Cáceres underneath it to clear it away. Rubio trying to flick it over on the edge of the Galaxy penalty area, and the Galaxy able to thwart the danger as Puig finds his way to Grancier. And Delgado restoring order in the center of the park. Chicharito dropping in. This is good play from Los Angeles to play through that Colorado midfield. Cáceres, by the way, credited with an assist on that Raheem Edwards goal. I don't know how they calculated that. It was a 60-yard run. Speaking of good runs here, Sammy Grancier flicks it back. Costa in support. The Galaxy full of tricks, full of flicks, and definitely full of confidence right now. So they'll work it wide to the left-hand side, and it will be Delgado for Edwards. He adds that attacking dimension. Here's Gaston Brugman. Brugman surveying his chances, takes it and hits it. A thing of absolute art. Gaston Brugman, a brushstroke of pure genius from the Uruguayan artist. Nothing going wrong tonight. The Galaxy in Dreamland. It's LA 4, Colorado 0. What a hit. The brace for the Uruguayan. And smiles all the way around for Gaston Brugman, who was signed 2 months ago. What a lift he's provided as the stabilizer in midfield. And tonight, he has landed 2 attacking punches of the utmost quality. Brugman with his back, no one closes him down. He lets it go right on the edge of the penalty area. Well taken. Set up by Ricky Puig, who grabs a hat trick of assists tonight. And the Galaxy up 4 goals to 0. My goodness. No answer from this Colorado team that's just been absolutely pummeled. Incredible start. Picking up right where they left off, really. And Raheem Edwards able to intervene and win it back. And Colorado can kiss this one goodbye. Doesn't appear there might be a way back based upon the way things have gone. Ricky Puig with a hat trick of assists. And the Spaniard now up to 5 in 7 games. Costa now on the outside of the boot for the on-rushing Julian Arrau. The Galaxy want more. And when it comes down to it, it comes down to goal differential as the second tiebreaker. Galaxy own the first tiebreaker on Real Salt Lake and will be headed back into the top 7 by night's end. But should things change in the final 3 games of the season, and they find themselves level on that first tiebreaker, goal differential could come into play, and the Galaxy actually have that on Real Salt Lake as well. And it's broken now for Nicholson, who's drifted centrally. Estevez arriving on that left, sets it up for Zardes, back to goal. Nicholson inside the Galaxy box. Here's Rubio, squares it. Felipe Gutierrez has it poked away. Too much interplay, and it's Jack Price who winds one up in a venomous right-footed blast. Fizzes high. Talk about that goal differential. Real Salt Lake at -4. Los Angeles right now at +5. No saves tonight for Jonathan Bond, and the body language of Colorado captain Jack Price kind of says it all. There's nothing going right. A team that had their backs against the wall, the Galaxy have responded. Look, it wasn't a must-win in my estimation, but it was a game LA can't lose, couldn't afford to lose. This may be a huge sucker punch for Colorado's slim chances of trying to qualify for the postseason. They'd be 4 points off the pace by night's end. And that with 2 games to go. Rubio trying to angle one in. Estevez arrives on the edge of the Galaxy penalty area. How can the Galaxy manage this game and see off their opponent? They've struggled with it. Estevez. And Gutierrez clatters into Julian Araujo. The Chilean wanted the free kick, but he's not going to get it. We see the substitution right now, and Raheem Edwards is going to be the man called off, and Chase Gasper coming on. And a big hand for Raheem Edwards from these LA Galaxy supporters. So the sub coming on the 56th minute. And Raheem the Dream Edwards. Big round of applause for him, and deservedly so. What a run, what a performance tonight. Gasper comes in, and that's more of a defense-minded move from Greg Vanney. Chase Gasper got the start, struggled a bit in the midweek. Gave one away and failed to track his mark on one of the Vancouver goals, but former UCLA Bruin now inserted at the left back roll and gets his first touch as he heads it away, but goes only as far as Colorado. The Burgundy Boys, as they're called. Price believe it, Rosenberry, who switched over to this left-hand side. With Beitashour now on the right. It's a 3 setup down. They're creating overloads. Gutierrez will pump one in, 2 targets. Barrios tried to square it back, but only as far as Gaston Bruban, who finds his exit ball to Chicharito, couldn't lay it off for Brancier, and this is a clumsy challenge from Steven Beitashour. Beitashour is clotheslining the likes of Bruban, who's having a man-of-the-match performance tonight. And how he will escape a booking is beyond me. We'll see how the referee adjudges it. Soccer fans, secure your 2023 partial plan deposits now. Partial plan holders receive priority access for playoffs and a 10% discount at the team store. All you have to do is call 1-877-3-GALAXY. That's 1-877-342-5299. Or you can email us at ticketplans@lagalaxy.com today. Douglas Costa, Galaxy up 4-0, 60% of the possession. Created 9 big chances. It's been a comprehensive, dominant performance tonight. Their best outing since that 5-2 win over Vancouver on August 13th. Here's Chicharito Hernandez as the Galaxy restore possession right in front of Greg Vanney, the Galaxy bench. He has to like what he sees. Poor ball, though, from Julian Araujo. It's stabbed away by Diego Rubio. It's been a man on fire for Colorado, but Colorado give it away now. It's Puig trying to conjure up some magic. The Spaniard wheels around, but eventually a little overplay. And Gutierrez is able to nip in and steal it away. And here comes the Chilean midfielder. He's got options. And it's Colorado breaking behind Beitashour. This is Price just inside the Galaxy half. Is there a way back? Barrios, who's reverted to a more central role. Rubio just crowded off of it. He's had nowhere to go tonight, Diego Rubio. And he's frustrated. Not much room to play. He needs that space, the ball at his feet. Estevez roams forward. Here's Felipe Gutierrez, squares it at the top. This may be the chance, and Rubio, his opportunity blocked by the South American counterpart, Martin Cáceres. And the Galaxy looking to counterattack now. Once again, and take a page out of the Rapids book. Here's Diego Costa, Puig, back heels it, Delgado. It's gonna be a yellow card here on Beitashour. So in the end, justice served. Beitashour grabs the booking. Just clattered into his mark. Steven Beitashour, as I mentioned, making a rare appearance in that first 11. 13th start in 18 appearances this year. This is match day 32. Remember, the Galaxy with that game in hand, sitting pretty so far. Far from home and dry in terms of the playoff race, even though this one looks to be beyond doubt. Biggest lead the Galaxy have had quite some time. Free kick from about 25 yards away. It's located centrally and sizing up the chance. You just got to think it's going to set up nicely for the left foot of Douglas Costa. Puig could be in the mix as well. The two starlets sizing up their chance, and it will be Costa. Took a deflection, hit the wall. It did just enough. That was on target. Technique from Douglas Costa. Absolutely flawless. He's something special on the ball. May not have the engine and the pace that he used to have, but that technical skill hasn't left him. Here is the Brazilian who fires one into the danger area, putting Price on his back foot. He clears away. Questions of a handball, yes. Free kick for Colorado, and now a little bit of a melee as Barrios pursued the challenge from Sami Grancier, and it's Gutierrez who goes down. Costa shoves Gutierrez in the face, rather. Oh, this one's come unhinged, and everybody getting up from the bench. Costa with a player hit to the face of Felipe Gutierrez, and both Barrios and Gutierrez are down, and the referee is going to have to sort this one out. It's going to be a red card against Douglas Costa, and it's not the first time we've seen this. and reminiscent of what we saw from Douglas Costa when he was sent off on June 29th for that elbow on Joseph Rosales. He will go off on the 62nd minute, and you can't argue with it. You just can't. It was stupid from the Brazilian. Straight red card for Douglas Costa. There's a little bit of a challenge that Barrios took issue with. Squared up to Grand Cyr. Costa comes in to defend his teammate and then shoves Felipe Gutierrez right in the face. Referee Joe Dickerson conferring with the man in the VAR booth right now. Robert Schaap. So we await the final verdict. We can't tell you. Red card for Douglas Costa. He is off on the 62nd minute. And that means he will be unavailable for next weekend's visit to the San Jose Earthquakes. Played at the Stanford Football Stadium. Michael Barrios has been booked. So a yellow card to Barrios for squaring up. And Costa comes in. And foolishly, Douglas Costa shoving him in the face. We'll see a change, a double change here for Colorado. Rubio off. Colorado now making their third and fourth changes. Max will come on, their Brazilian central midfielder for Jack Price. And we'll see Yapi come on. So Rubio off along with Jack Price. Darren Yapi and Max come on. Yapi, a speedster up top, will provide a little bit more pace than Giassi Zardes. It looks as though he's going to drop into a withdrawn striker role. Yapi, the young teenager, just 17 years old, now making his 9th appearance in MLS. Did see some minutes late on against LA on July 16th, coming on as a substitute 4 minutes from time. So back the other way, and it goes out of play. So the Galaxy down to 10 men. Colorado with 4 players booked. Making the 2 substitutions. Still one available to Robin Fraser. Max will kind of take that same role as Price in the center of the park. Young 21-year-old Brazilian was signed from Flamengo, Rio de Janeiro. And Jonathan Bond will send this one forward. So, and now they come flying in. The Galaxy with a man down. Chicharito wrestled on a reckless high boot. It looked to be for Max. Might have caught Chicharito in the face. It's a yellow card, and Max not even on the pitch for 2 minutes. Becomes the 5th player booked tonight for the Colorado Rapids. Galaxy still with 4 substitutions available. See how Greg Vanney addresses this. It's a big blow, and it'll cause some selection problems. Costa is enjoying a fine evening tonight. And a role to play. So we play on now. The Galaxy back in possession. Here's Mark Delgado on that right-hand side. Just nudged at a play by Nicholson. Kept it in, though. Well done from the Galaxy number 8. He's all action. Goes to the corner flag. And it'll come out. It looks as though it's going to be a goal kick for Colorado, and it will be. Seattle have clawed one back But it was too little, too late. They lose out 2-1 to the Vancouver Whitecaps. Pedro Vite and Julian Gressel with first half goals, and a late strike from Seattle's Will Bruin. Not enough. That really is going to be a derailing defeat for Seattle, who is on form, hot on the chase. And these two, so relief. And Max plays one off of Araujo, and just like that, it's a half dozen corner kicks for Colorado back at the other end. What a wild night in Major League Soccer. I'll keep you apprised as those scores as they come in, as well as our post-game show coming up afterwards. As of right now, the Galaxy level with Real Salt Lake on 43 points, owning the first tiebreaker, which in MLS is wins. Repelled well off the corner. The volley sits up, and it almost fell to Giancy Zardes, but good fortune favoring Jonathan Bond as we hit the midpoint of half number 2. Bond hunting for his 8th clean sheet of 2022. Just the one, though, in his last 13 matches. Most of those amassed in the early part of the campaign. Estevez tried to catch it on the volley. Back the other way. It's a square ball for Yarbrough. Puig chasing down the Colorado keeper, who was harassed and nearly fell victim. And Yarbrough with the little bit of a despondent look to the man who played him under pressure, Lalas Abubakar, with a questionable ball. There's the Galaxy will put more substitutions on here. Maybe Dejan Joveljic getting set to come on, and Efrain Alvarez. Chicharito Hernandez will come off. So Alvarez checks on. His 14th appearance as a substitute, and so will the super sub himself, Dejan Joveljic, who has 10 goals, 7 of which have come in a substitute's role. So Grand Cyr off, along with Chicharito, Joveljic, and Efra Alvarez on. Galaxy now made 3 substitutions. Colorado up against it here, but they do have a man advantage. Remember, LA playing down to 10 men with the sending off of Douglas Costa on the 62nd minute for shoving Felipe Gutierrez in the face. And any intentional blow to the head area is going to be an automatic red. Something that Costa himself knows all too well. Already sent off twice his first season in MLS. Floated ball in from Barrios, met by Sega Koulibaly. And falls nicely to Puig. Exit ball from Delgado, locating Efra Alvarez, and he sets Dejan Joveljic on his way. He's 1v1 here with Lalas Abubakar. Here comes the serve. It's Dejan looking for some space. Joveljic parried well, and a good save by William Yarbrough, who kept it low. Got down well, the Colorado keeper. And this one really becoming open and stretched. 70th minute and 20 to go. Wide to the right-hand side for Colorado's Michael Barrios, the 5'4" Colombian, twisting and turning, trying to work his magic against Gasper, and he's got the corner kick. And it's the only department in which Colorado have dominated this evening. 7-2 in terms of corner kicks. The Galaxy 4-0 to the good. And they hang on. It's going to be a tough assignment here for Gasper against the pacier Michael Barrios. Far side, Barrios' outswinger over the head of Abubakar and cleared away by Sega Koulibaly, who just thumps one forward. The Galaxy will batten down the hatches, as they say. And to be quite candid with you, seeing out matches and killing off opponents haven't exactly been their strong suit. And they do it tonight. Down a man. Here's Lucas Estevez, the Brazilian fullback. Cuts it inside and just hovering it around that Galaxy penalty area. Nicholson, who's come out into a left-sided role, squares it now. Gutierrez trying to flick it through. Here's Yapi Gutierrez. Hit it first time. Lovely interplay in the 1-2. with Darren Yapi, but Gutierrez couldn't summon enough power to beat the English goalkeeper, Bond. Jonathan Bond, as a result, making just his second save of the evening. Back the other way for Yarbrough. Colorado with a couple more games. Saturday against FC Dallas. And on October 1st, rather, after the international break. Galaxy's game coming in the international break away to San Jose. After that one, it had to be rescheduled. And then Colorado rounding out the season away to Austin. Galaxy away to San Jose, home on the 1st of October to Real Salt Lake. That's going to be a huge 6-pointer, and then finishing out the season at Houston. Here's the Galaxy, and it's Ricky Pouge. Called it his own number, and a big, strong right hand from William Yarbrough. He did really well. Pouge having a free run of it, so too Delgado. Jovalic is in, well defended by Max. And it'll come out for a Colorado goal kick. Good play from the Galaxy. Continuing to press the issue, despite playing down a man. Here's Nicholson. For Barrios. Supported by Beitashour on that right-hand side. This is Lalas Abubakar. One of those 5 players booked tonight for Keegan Rosenberry. Rosenberry, of course, the former Philadelphia Union man, who's scored that screamer of a winner on Wednesday night, 2-1 against San Jose. But that was night and day, and a foul against Sega Coulibaly as he brings down Jussi Zardes, diving into the challenge. Didn't need to do it, just didn't need to do it, did he? Dove in, had the situation contained, and Coulibaly tried to poke it away. Partnering Martin Cáceres at the heart of the Galaxy back four for the first time ever tonight. Cáceres, the new signing earlier this month on a free. Most recently playing his football over in Spain with Levante. Gutierrez, Yapi's header. Now nothing too menacing for Bond to deal with. It's pretty tame. Held well by the Englishman. And it'll technically go down as a save from a statistical standpoint, but bit of a misnomer there. Here's Lalas Abubakar back at the other end for Max. Colorado getting a foothold in terms of possession, as you would expect. Max, Gutierrez, wide for Estevez. The South American trio combined to good effect. There's a couple of stepovers into the Galaxy penalty area, not fooling Julian Araujo. Did exactly what he should do and just stands up the attacker, didn't dive in. Something that he's excelling at lately, improving his reading of the game. You know about his athletic ability and his physical prowess, but now his reading of the game. And what a touch from Ricky Pouge to play himself out of pressure, tackled by Yapi. It's a clean challenge from young Darren Yapi, the 17-year-old. Here's Gutierrez now for Beitashour, who's joined into the Galaxy half, the former Earthquake, wearing the armband now. Barrios wide on the edge of the Galaxy penalty area. Gutierrez winds one up and rips it, but wide. Decent effort from the Chilean. 35 appearances for Chile. On loan from Universidad Católica. You may remember him from his days with Sporting Kansas City in a couple of seasons for Peter Vermes in 2018 to 2019. Back to the other end, and Jovalic on the punt. Efra Alvarez at a lovely touch, but Rosenberry nicely positioned. No-nonsense defender is Keegan Rosenberry, very solid professional. Here's Max. Quarter of an hour left in this one. The Galaxy pretty much home and dry, unless it's a 4-goal collapse in the last 15 minutes. Nicholson and Colorado haven't really offered up enough going forward. They've changed their tactics, but bared a little bit more possession, but not the chances. And Efrain Alvarez finds Ricky Pouge, and the Galaxy need to settle into some possession here. Colorado off the ball. It's wide to Dejan Jovalic in the Colorado half. He'll work the big switch for Efrain Alvarez. Puig. Delgado now for Julian Araujo. And all the way back to Sega Koulibaly. Cáceres under some pressure. Here's Brugman smartly all the way back to Jonathan Bond on the edge of his own penalty box, and he'll give it a ride forward. Puig, sublime first touch, but he caught it with his hand. So it'll be a free kick here for the Colorado Rapids. What a wild end of the season. Puig not agreeing with the call. Looks like he's all of 13 years of age, Ricky Puig, but what a special player he is. He's livened up this midfield, elevated the quality in the attack. And chiefly responsible for a great performance tonight. Here's Zardes trying to weave his way through. Just slowed on the edge of the penalty area. It's Gaston Brugman who's brought to the floor. Brugman with the brace. Talk about excellent acquisitions in the midseason. Galaxy have really made some fine signings in the likes of Gaston Brugman and Ricky Puig. Martin Cáceres, still trying to find his way, now just in his 4th appearance, but impressing Greg Vanney enough to be preferred to Derek Williams. The center of that back four. Hey, you can come watch your Galaxy take on Real Salt Lake for the last regular season home match here at DHSP and Fan Appreciation Day coming up on October 1st. All you do is visit LAGalaxy.com/scheduled. Reserve your seats today. Galaxy in a foot race down at the other end. And goes all the way back to William Yarbrough in the Colorado goal. He'll punt it up to midfield, and it finds its way to Michael Barrios, who strides into the Galaxy half, switches it for Max. Here's the 21-year-old Brazilian who shows too much of it, slides his way around Delgado. Some high steps from the talented Brazilian Max. On loan from Flamengo, Baidashur tried to cross, and Gaston Brugman was having none of that. Well-won challenge from the Uruguayan. The Uruguayans had that extra bit of steel traditionally. It's in their character and how they play. They get it with Cáceres, but think of players that robust defensive type of nature. Uruguay, always one of the most formidable defensive sides in South American and world football. Here's Efrain Alvarez. He's faded out of the limelight in recent weeks. Ricky Puig now. Provider of 3, looking to score his first. Drag back from Gasper. Flicked on. Alvarez gets it all wrong. Ay, 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 ay. Efrain Alvarez will want to have that one back. Easily forgiven, but once again, it's the flair of Ricky Puig. You can't believe what he saw from Efra. And all he can do is smile about it, Efra, but nothing to grin about. His attempt sails about 10 yards high into Roque, and it'll be the final substitutions of the night for Los Angeles. And it'll be Mark Delgado coming off, along with Gaston Brugman, and Sasha Kleshchin and Kevin Cabral will come on. So Sasha will come into a central role in midfield. And Kevin Cabral, a withdrawn role. He'll go out wide to the left-hand side. That will put Puig a little bit more central. Kevin Cabral, one of the players sacrificed in those changes from the Vancouver match. Here's Estevez, who's coming to a central spot. Wide to the right, the edge of the box. Barrios looking for the cross. Finds its way to Nicholson. He'll need the support. Nicholson drops his shoulder, heads back to the byline, over Cáceres. It is Barrios who steals in and hits it on the half volley high of goal. Could have been catastrophic. Cáceres misjudged it, and it fell in the 6-yard box for the little Colombian who couldn't keep it down. Seen him do that throughout the years, going back to his time with FC Dallas. Good setup play from Nicholson, who dropped his shoulder, beating around to the byline. The Galaxy just taking their foot off the gas here. Tell you what, anything will drive a coach crazy, that is it. Win is in the books, but you want to see it professionally out. More importantly, the Galaxy haven't had too many clean sheets in recent weeks and months. Looking for that first in 10 tonight, as I mentioned. Big clash away to San Jose at Stanford's football stadium on the college campus next Saturday night. Home to Real Salt Lake and then away to Houston. Here's Kleshtin slotting it through. This could be the setup that Alvarez wants. Abubakar just gets a foot in. Alvarez recovers, crosses, but easy food and drink for William Yarbrough. And a little bit, 7 minutes and some change. So much added on time. Referee Joe Dickerson puts on the clock. Disappointing night from the Rapids after back-to-back wins over Vancouver and San Jose. Back now for Keegan Rosenberry. Yappy for Sam Nicholson. Nicholson's had a few bright moments tonight, whether it be on that left or the right-hand side. Gutierrez tries to curl one in, and it's a good claim from the safe pair of hands of Jonathan Bond. Big 6'5" Englishman. 7 clean sheets, tied for 12th best in Major League Soccer coming into tonight. Which ironically is 1 less in Colorado, who've amassed 8. Hard to believe what a season it was last in 2021. Western Conference champions in the regular season. We'll switch it back over to the opposite side. Two of the Galaxy's next 3 opponents already eliminated from the playoffs. Houston and San Jose. Shaping up to be quite a clash against Real Salt Lake. Coming up here in about 2 weeks. The last home game of the season. Could be for all the marbles now. Good play there. Gutierrez on the edge of the Galaxy penalty area. Plays one forward for Nicholson. He'll need the support of Rosenberry. And work the switch out wide to the right-hand side for Beitashour. This is Max. Came on as a second-half sub, floats one in, and well, it was Nicholson who had Arau on his back but couldn't steer his header on target. That'll bring up the last substitution now for the Colorado Rapids. It's going to be Colin Warner coming in, replacing Gutierrez like for like. So Colin Warner is lost his first team spot since Gutierrez has come back into Major League Soccer in his signing last month. It does appear, though, that the Rapids have really shown the white flag. We'll start thinking about that last 2 games at home to FC Dallas in a couple of weeks, and then on the road to Austin. Colorado will drop to the 11th position, level on points with Seattle, who will be 4 points adrift of both LA and Real Salt Lake. And suddenly Vancouver making huge strides over Seattle tonight with that 2-1 win in BC Place against their Cascadia rivals, as well as the Rapids, to move into the 9th position just behind RSL. Wide to the right now for Stephen Beitashour, the elder statesman and the oldest member on the pitch for Colorado tonight. 86th minute, Galaxy down to 10 men with a 4-goal lead. Nicholson. He looked to wheel and deal for Keegan Rosenberry, who floats one up, and underneath it is Gasper, who did well. Second half substitute Gasper, who came on 11 minutes after halftime. shoring up, giving the Galaxy some defensive depth on the left. Played in, now they found the gap squared, and it's Yappy deflected, a wonder save. Incredible from Jonathan Bond. The Galaxy falling asleep at the wheel. Gasper out of position, squared out. Yappy, his shot was low, it deflected, but the reactions and reflexes of Jonathan Bond, absolutely top-notch. Corner number 8 for Barrios, near side. Colorado looking for the breakthrough. Good delivery. Second ball for Estevez, who blazes it high. Brazilian hovering on the edge of the Galaxy penalty box. Galaxy have dodged some bullets tonight. It's been a better second half, but when you're up 3 goals to 0, the Galaxy can afford to sit back and absorb a little bit more. Galaxy with over 50% of the ball at 52%. Just 1 shot on target in the second half after 9 in the first. And Colorado just have not offered up enough. Haven't really worked Jonathan Bond. 3 shots on goal with that effort from Yappy. And it's Araujo who just ran right into Nicholson. Referee will stop it, pull it back. Galaxy better really in almost every department tonight, with the exception of corners. Quickly taken by Max, but broken up by Alvarez. Good defensive work. And the old man, Sasha Kleshchin, is checked into the game as a substitute. Just turned 37 earlier this month. Perhaps this might be his last season. Currently getting his coaching badges. Can't tell you, I know Sasha for quite some time. Remember his rookie year coming out of Seton Hall as he's drafted by Chivas USA. Always thought he had a great head for the game. Wonderful understanding and a great player to relate and transmit messages to the players. Thinks that coaching probably in his future. Here's Max now for Gyasi Zardes, the former Galaxy man, dropping into his own half on his old stomping ground. Beautiful ball waited for Nicholson, who gets it wrong on the touch, allowing Araujo to recover, and the Galaxy have a man down. It's Sega Koulibaly, who just got tangled up with Zardes. Take this moment, if you have a chance, come on down to Carson if you're in the Los Angeles area and catch Los Dos, LA Galaxy 2 tomorrow night here at DHSP, getting set to take on El Paso Locomotive in the Western Conference. One of the better teams in USL Championship. Make sure you check all the action. Other way it goes now, and it's Dejan Joveljic, open goal, and he flubs his lines. Dejan, my goodness. It was a catastrophic ball from Rosenberry, asleep at the wheel, and Dejan just didn't have his shooting boots on. William Yarbrough accosting his defender, Keegan Rosenberry, and Dejan Joveljic knows he should have done better. Has to do better, the Serbian. Wasn't really uncharacteristic of him. Goes over the top. Goalkeeper comes for it, doesn't get it. Joveljic had an open goal, but it was an acute angle in defense. The former Eintracht Frankfurt man. He's cooled off a little bit as of late, Dejan Joveljic. 10 goals, but none in his last 5. 3 minutes will be added on. As indicated by Alex Chilowitz. Here's Michael Barrios going to work on Jace Gasper. Good-looking cross. It drops now. It's Nicholson who grabs one on the edge of the 6-yard box. It's been coming for a while, and the Galaxy, down to 10 men, concede in stoppage time. Sam Nicholson on a lovely floated ball from Michael Barrios. And the Galaxy were minutes away from their first clean sheet in 2 months, but it was not to be. And Nicholson will grab his first goal since returning to Major League Soccer. Too little, too late. And the Galaxy will be really disappointed with this. They have not managed this well in the last few moments. And now it opens up again. Beitashour. Estevez. And Colorado suddenly on top. Another ball pumped in by Barrios. The cross headed away by Koulibaly. And it'll be Efra Alvarez caught in possession, just dwelling too much on it. Estevez, Yappy, and another attempt. This time it's saved by Bond. He's been busier in the last 5 minutes than he has the entire game. Yappy's been a good addition. Kid has talent. From the local Denver area, big, strong, homegrown player. Could be that old traditional number 9 and hold-up play, but he's got a nice pair of feet on him. Galaxy down the front foot, back at the other end, and sits up. Cabral leaves it. Joveljic saved by Yarbrough. He gets it back, pulls it back again. The save. It's Efra Alvarez, sorts it out and drills one, but it's a block, and it's Puig now. It's a shooting gallery for LA. Over to the right-hand side, Colorado falling asleep, and Araujo belts one on the half volley all the way to the opposite corner flag, and the Galaxy had 3 opportunities for their 5th and couldn't take it. Purely academic at this point. Greg Vanney, though, off his bench and remonstrating. Doesn't like what he's seeing here on the ending of this. And I don't blame him. But hardly to blame. You can't be too hard on the Galaxy. Down to 10 men. Here's Nicholson going right back in, the Colorado goal scorer. And he twists and turns against Araujo, pulls it across right in the face of the 6-yard box. And Cabral arrives. He's fouled. And he'll earn the free kick. You know, Yappy was available. It just ricocheted off the big striker. And 5 goals tonight is sending off a game that's had just a little bit of everything. And a heck of a lot of fun to watch and call. Hope you've enjoyed it. It is over. The Galaxy win it. The wait is over for Los Angeles. Their first win in 5. What a night for LA. A great first half. On goals from Brookman on the 23rd. Edwards on the 28th, and Chicharito to make it 3-0 at halftime. Brookman made it 4-0 on the 52nd. Douglas Costa sent off 62 minutes in for the straight red card in the shove in the face of Gutierrez. Sam Nicholson getting one in stoppage time, but it's enough for the Galaxy to claim their 12th win of the season. Final score tonight, LA 4, Colorado 1. Keep it right here on Galaxy Radio. Post-game show is coming up next.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum Mobile. You could save hundreds of dollars on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save by switching. Visit spectrummobile.com/save. Spectrum Internet required. Savings may vary. Restrictions apply. Visit spectrummobile.com/save for details.
You know you want that smoky, tangy, sweet, and spicy sauced and tossed Wingstop. But you just brought a haul of groceries home from the store. It's cool. No one expects you to shop and cook in the same day. So let the flavor experts at Wingstop hook you up with mouth-watering wings, crispy tenders and thighs, fries and sides delivered to your door. You can always cook tomorrow. That's why the fridge was invented. Get it delivered at wingstop.com.
Dignity Health is the official healthcare partner of the LA Galaxy, including Glendale Memorial, St. Mary in Long Beach, Northridge Hospital, California Hospital in downtown LA, St. Bernardine and Community Hospital of San Bernardino. Across Dignity Health hospitals and care sites, the well-being of patients is always the priority. To learn about emergency services, healthcare, and healthy joints, you can visit dignityhealth.org/SoCal. Dignity Health. Hello, human kindness.
Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel has another reason for you to come in today. For a limited time only, Yamava is giving all new and inactive members a buy one, get one free buffet. Plus, new members can win up to $1,000 in free play for signing up a Club Serrano membership. You'll earn rewards from playing any of the 6,800 slots or table games. Experience SoCal's best buffet and resort. Yamava is your home to big wins and even bigger prizes. Go for a BOGO today. Details at yamava.com/new member. Must be 21. Please gamble responsibly.
In 1925, Modelo began brewing beer for those who believe in better. A model beer, steeped in the tradition of tireless effort. A rich Pilsner-style lager for those who wear their heart and heritage in their rolled-up sleeve. Since our first batch 94 years ago, to every bottle raised today, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of. Modelo Especial, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Welcome to the LA Galaxy postgame. This LA Galaxy match has been brought to you by Modelo Especial, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. By Herbalife Nutrition, nutrition for a better life. And by Wingstop, the flavor of the LA Galaxy. Order now at wingstop.com.
And welcome back. A very happy place to be is Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. The LA Galaxy have ended a 4-match winless run with a convincing display tonight, 4-1 over the visiting Colorado Rapids, and they get their first win in 5 years against the Rapids, ending a 9-match winless streak against their Colorado nemesis. Big nights tonight for Gaston Brugman, who had a couple of goals, and Ricky Puig with a hat trick of assists. Chicharito and Raheem Edwards chipping in as well. The Galaxy letting one in late on as they were down to 10 men after the sending off of Douglas Costa on the 62nd minute. But all in all, just a wonderful night here for LA. And as a result, they find themselves in the 7th position on 43 points, level with Real Salt Lake, who lost tonight at home to FC Cincinnati, losing that goal lead. 2 goals from Brenner, seeing Cincinnati come back from a goal down to take all the points. So the results falling their way, along with Vancouver defeating the Seattle Sounders up at BC Place in British Columbia by 2-1 in the same score line. But time now to get to our save of the game, brought to you by Spectrum Mobile, the fastest growing mobile provider in the nation. Hey, you want to give it here to William Yarbrough, who was the busier of these 2 goalkeepers tonight, but Jonathan Bond towards the end making some big time saves, most notably denying Darren Yapi, the second half substitute, from point blank range at full stretch. Didn't get the clean sheet in the end as Nicholson shortly thereafter grabbed the only goal of the game for the Rapids. But Jonathan Bond, once again, not too busy throughout the balance, did come under some heavy pressure, stood on his head on that particular play. So congratulations to Jonathan Bond, who gets our save of the game, brought to you by Spectrum Mobile, the fastest growing mobile provider in the nation. All right, time for us to step aside. When we return, we'll get you updated on all the other scores. We'll take a look ahead for the Galaxy and recap tonight. The LA Galaxy 4-1 victors over Colorado. Post-game show rolls on.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. Power up like a pro. Contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum Mobile. You could save hundreds of dollars on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save by switching. Visit spectrummobile.com/save. Spectrum Internet required. Savings may vary. Restrictions apply. Visit spectrummobile.com/save for details.
You know you want that smoky, tangy, sweet, and spicy sauced and tossed Wingstop. But you just brought a haul of groceries home from the store. It's cool. No one expects you to shop and cook in the same day. So let the flavor experts at Wingstop hook you up with mouth-watering wings, crispy tenders and thighs, fries and sides delivered to your door. You can always cook tomorrow. That's why the fridge was invented. Get it delivered at wingstop.com.
Dignity Health is the official healthcare partner of the LA Galaxy, including Glendale Memorial, St. Mary in Long Beach, Northridge Hospital, California Hospital in downtown LA, St. Bernardine and Community Hospital of San Bernardino. Across Dignity Health hospitals and care sites, the well-being of patients is always the priority. To learn about emergency services, healthcare, and healthy joints, you can visit dignityhealth.org/SoCal. Dignity Health. Hello, human kindness.
Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel has another reason for you to come in today. For a limited time only, Yamava is giving all new and inactive members a buy one, get one free buffet. Plus, new members can win up to $1,000 in free play for signing up a Club Serrano membership. You'll earn rewards from playing any of the 6,800 slots or table games. Experience SoCal's best buffet and resort. Yamava is your home to big wins and even bigger prizes. Go for a BOGO today. Details at yamava.com/new member. Must be 21. Please gamble responsibly.
In 1925, Modelo began brewing beer for those who believe in better. A model beer, steeped in the tradition of tireless effort. A rich Pilsner-style lager for those who wear their heart and heritage on their rolled-up sleeve. Since our first batch 94 years ago, to every bottle raised today, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of. Modelo Especial, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
And welcome back to Dignity Health Sports Park. The Galaxy with a big victory as they snap that 4-match winless run, and a big 3 points for them that vaults them into the top 7 and back above the playoff line for the first time in quite some time. Let's get you updated on a busy night. 10 other games in Major League Soccer. NYCFC get the best of New York Red Bulls in the Hudson River Derby. Goals in the first half from Alex Callens and Santiago Rodriguez. Atlanta 0, Philadelphia 0. Who saw that one coming, as Philadelphia has been scoring goals for fun. New England losing at home as the misery continues for Bruce Arena, as Montreal get a 72nd minute winner from Alistair Johnston. Orlando all over Toronto, knocking Toronto officially out of the playoff race. Facundo Torres, Eric Alcara, Lucas McNaughton with the own goal, and Tesho Akindele doing the damage for the Floridians. And Chicago letting a 2-goal lead slip as Charlotte come back in the second half. 2 goals from Karol Swiderski and 1 from Nuno Santos, eliminating Chicago from the postseason officially. Sporting Kansas City still alive by the very slimmest of margins coming into today, but as the way the results go, they find themselves on the outside looking in. Sporting Kansas City really dealt a defeat to Minnesota 4-1, and complicating things for Minnesota United, who dropped to the 5th position in the West, level on points with Portland, and now just 2 points above this LA Galaxy team. The big result, though, for the Galaxy, seeing Real Salt Lake losing to FC Cincinnati. It was 1-0 for Real Salt Lake heading in late to halftime, but Cincinnati able to steal a late equalizer just before the break, and then Brenner getting the winner on the 76th, as Real Salt Lake now dropped to the 8th position, level on points with the Galaxy, but the Galaxy have the edge on the tiebreaker, and if it should come down to the second tiebreaker, have the edge in goal differential at +4 to the -4 for Real Salt Lake. Elsewhere, Vancouver getting goals from Pedro Vite and Julian Gressel in the first half. 2-1 victors over Seattle, who got a late goal from Will Bruin, but too little too late. And that really is a crippling blow for the Sounders in their race to make the playoffs. As a result, they're in the 10th position, 4 points adrift of the Los Angeles Galaxy and Real Salt Lake. And elsewhere, in a game that really didn't mean much for San Jose, they find themselves 1-1 draw against FC Dallas. They are eliminated along with the Houston Dynamo, as well as Sporting Kansas City in the West. In the East, out of the picture, I can't tell you, it's DC at the bottom, along with Toronto FC, despite their resurgence from the Italian Renaissance, and Chicago eliminated. So 6 teams out, and now 22 alive here in the race for the Western Conference playoffs. Time now to get to more post-match accolades and our man of the match presented by Herbalife Nutrition. Nutrition for a better life. Hands down, easily tonight, Ricky Puig, bringing it once again. Now in his, I believe, 7th appearance with this team, his 6th start, grabbing a hat trick of assists. He got things going early on, setting it up beautifully for Gaston Brumont, along with Sammy Grandsir, and then had a role to play in the Chicharito, the 3rd goal, just before halftime for Los Angeles, and then set up Brugman once again. Those two finding a great understanding Victor Vasquez kept out of this game, and he was a big part of that interplay between Broekman as well as Puig. Greg Vanney making those changes, making 4 changes tonight and pushing all the right buttons as Derek Williams was left out of the first 11. Sega Coulibaly coming back in and providing a good contribution in the center of defense, and Raheem Edwards with a solid showing tonight, opening his goal scoring account for the first time ever in a Galaxy shirt. Douglas Costa will want to have this one back. He will be unavailable after being given a straight red card midway through the first half, and he will be unavailable for selection next week away to the San Jose Earthquakes. They will have him rested for that big 6-pointer coming up against Real Salt Lake here in Carson in 2 weeks' time. But once again, a tip of the hat for Ricky Puig, who continues to be a marvel in midfield. The Spaniard with some silky smooth skills, a wonderful array of passing and vision and mobility. He is the goods, folks, and will be one of the big reasons if the Galaxy do make the playoffs. It could be down to the signing of that Spaniard along with the midseason acquisition of Gaston Broekman. So plenty to feel good about. Galaxy go back to the training ground before traveling up to Northern California and look for 3 points against the San Jose Earthquakes. That's going to do it for us. We've got nothing left to say but smiles all around. The Galaxy take 3 points. The final score once again, LA 4, Colorado 1. On behalf of all the good people here at Dignity Health Sports Park, this is Christian Miles saying good night from Carson.
Over the course of a single game, LA Galaxy players will spend 90 minutes fighting for the ball, going on goal, sprinting, sliding, jogging backwards, running almost 7 miles, while maintaining an average heart rate of 160 beats per minute. And they'll perform at this world-class level 31 times a year, powered by Herbalife Nutrition, the official nutrition company of the LA Galaxy. To power up like a pro, contact your Herbalife independent distributor or visit Herbalife.com today.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum Mobile. You could save hundreds of dollars on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save by switching. Visit spectrummobile.com/save. Spectrum Internet required. Savings may vary. Restrictions apply. Visit spectrummobile.com/save for details.
You know you want that smoky, tangy, sweet, and spicy sauced and tossed Wingstop. But you just brought a haul of groceries home from the store. It's cool. No one expects you to shop and cook in the same day. So let the flavor experts at Wingstop hook you up with mouth-watering wings, crispy tenders and thighs, fries and sides delivered to your door. You can always cook tomorrow. That's why the fridge was invented. Get it delivered at wingstop.com.
Dignity Health is the official healthcare partner of the LA Galaxy, including Glendale Memorial, St. Mary in Long Beach, Northridge Hospital, California Hospital in downtown LA, St. Bernardine and Community Hospital of San Bernardino. Across Dignity Health hospitals and care sites, the well-being of patients is always the priority. To learn about emergency services, healthcare, and healthy joints, you can visit dignityhealth.org/SoCal. Dignity Health. Hello, human kindness.
Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel has another reason for you to come in today. For a limited time only, Yamava is giving all new and inactive members a buy one, get one free buffet. Plus, new members can win up to $1,000 in free play for signing up a Club Serrano membership. You'll earn rewards from playing any of the 6,800 slots or table games. Experience SoCal's best buffet and resort. Yamava is your home to big wins and even bigger prizes. Go for a BOGO today. Details at yamava.com/new member. Must be 21. Please gamble responsibly.
In 1925, Modelo began brewing beer for those who believe in better. A model beer, steeped in the tradition of tireless effort. A rich Pilsner-style lager for those who wear their heart and heritage in their rolled-up sleeve. Since our first batch 94 years ago, to every bottle raised today, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of. Modelo Especial, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Drink responsibly. Imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.